What's going on, guys? Welcome to Beepingnerds, and I have a little story slash review I want to give you guys today. A modded arcade one-up machine that I put together thanks to a very helpful couple of guys on Etsy helping me out because I don't know nothing about modding anything. So I will be showing my arcade cabinet in a second, but I want to give a huge shout out to Gamer Studio Shop. Gamer Studio Shop is by far amazing. If you don't know anything about modding arcade one-ups, they supply you with all the tools, a fully loaded Raspberry Pi 3, and the buttons, the wires, the screws, the nuts and bolts, everything you need with this on Etsy. I'm going to put a link in the description. Very cool people over there. I talked to a guy named Chris whenever I had questions. Super awesome guy. So if you have a arcade one-up machine, doesn't matter if it's Pac-Man, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, whatever, they will hook you up and help you out. And I totally recommend them. The link's down below to get your modded kit from them. As you can see here, here is my modded arcade one-up Pac-Man machine. So I had to disassemble. I'm going to show the insides in a little bit, but I had to completely disassemble this machine. And what I wound up doing is I had to take apart the control panel, and I decided to cover it black and drill holes into it. And I drilled extra holes here. That way I can make these into buttons. I no longer have the start and volume. That's due to the volume now being inside the machine thanks to a amplifier I have. But I did save the speaker, so the amplifier is playing through the speaker. However, I have to go behind the machine in order to change the volume, which that kind of sucks, but you know, what can you do? But I do have a start and select for player 1, player 2. All the buttons work. We have A, B, X, Y, L, and R buttons, and you can mod it to whatever you're playing. So if you're playing, let's say, your Raspberry Pi has a GoldenEye 007, and believe it or not, mine does. You can make the triggers the buttons, or the Z button, and you can combine them. So you can mod this to whatever buttons you want. But this is the complete, and I'm going to show you the inside. This is where it's going to get a little messy. And I'm not a professional on how I did this, but as you can see, there's cords. And I tried to use zip ties to clean it up as best as I can, but sadly that's as good as it's gonna get. It works though, so I'm gonna give you a little test of some of the games. So let me turn it on really quick. As you can see, the machine is now loaded, and I'm sorry, everything's probably ass backwards due to all the reflections, but here it comes with arcade games, which every game it comes with a little preview. And this is only for the arcade games, sadly. But when I say there's a lot of games, there's a lot of games. But there's Atari, Linux, never even heard of this. I don't even really know what games there are for this. Huh. It's a type of Atari? I'll have to check that out. I don't even know what Linux is. Game Gear, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Sega Master System, Sega Mega Drive, Nintendo 64, Neo Geo, NES, PC Engine. Look at that. You can play PC games on this thing. It's absolutely insane. Ports? I don't even know what ports is. I don't even think I want to mess with that. PlayStation. There's actual PlayStation games in here. How well do they run? I have no idea. I haven't even touched this. But it's cool that they're in there. And then RetroPie. You can edit anything you want. You can connect Bluetooth, which I have not messed with anything in here yet. And I don't know if I really want to. But Sega 32X, Sega CD, it's Super Nintendo, it's got everything in here. Thanks to Gamer Studio Shop, I was able to get supplied with buttons, the Raspberry Pi loaded with games, and it was awesome. So thank you, Gamer Studio Shop. Thank you all for watching, and I'll also put a link to GamerStop Studios where you can get all the stuff that you need for this. I'll even put a tutorial video that I watched to help me put this together. It's actually very, very simple. It did not take me long at all, and I couldn't be happier with the results. So thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for future episodes. I promise, there will be more to come, and I'll see you all next time. Stay nerdy, guys. Have a good one.